Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dakoda. How you guys doing tonight? All right. Thanks so much for coming out, everybody. We have an amazing show for you.
I saw his first set ever, and I've worked with him many times since then. And he's been one of the guys that I always try to bring to open for me. One, because he's a great comic, and two, because he's a stud and he attracts all kinds of lovely ladies, and I don't get to talk to them by myself, so I need him. But foremost is like he started out of the gate with like a work ethic that he was a comic, he is a comic, he's going to be a great comic, and we're all privileged to watch his first headlining set tonight. The most amount of noise that you guys can make. Bring on your headliner, ladies and gentlemen, my friend and yours, Logan Bligh.
Last night at open mic after my set, Joey came up to me and he said, "Dude, you came on stage like Chris Rock," which was a huge compliment because I didn't even say the N-word that time. And I thought about it, and then a couple walked in and I got scared. But I'm very happy I'm here right now. I'm celebrating something huge this week. I just moved into a new place this week. Thank you. God, I wish my parents got that excited when I told them I was coming home, but they were not happy at all. They were pissed. Dude, I live with my parents, and it sucks, because my parents love each other, and that's disgusting. They're always, like, just showing affection for one another, like, in the hallway, and just, like, smooth. It's gross. Like, have some respect for your roommate. Come on, dude. Like, what are we doing? This is true. One time I heard my dad getting a blowjob in the living room. Broad daylight on a Tuesday. This guy getting his chopper waxed, dude. Yeah. My parents' table, relax, all right? Because you know what? The worst part about it sounded like a pretty good blowjob. So. I heard it from downstairs. I was like, holy shit, someone's shooting a movie upstairs. All right, check this out. And they were recording. It was gross. If you want, you can check it out on their OnlyFans. Mother and father traumatized eldest son. It's gross. No, actually the worst part about living with my parents is like trying to bring women over to my house, like trying to have women sleep at my house, because I share an entrance with my entire family. So if I don't time it right, there's a meet and greet at the door. And then I got to explain to this woman that I have two roommates named Mom and Dad who look just like me. And they're fucking in the living room, and I got to explain that. Someone told me I look like an athlete who lost his scholarship for sexual misconduct. Which is, I don't think is fair. I didn't play hockey, so... Just kidding, I played soccer. That's right. Just kidding, I'm not gay. I played baseball. And my whole baseball career growing up, my dad used to coach me playing baseball. And then when I graduated and I stopped playing minor baseball, my dad immediately started coaching the Special Olympics softball team. Huge inspiration right here. I did not make that team, unfortunately, but no, I played baseball in college, and I remember we did winter training, and we were all assigned a spotter, someone to spot our workouts, and they put me with this kid who had a speech impediment, and my full name has 2 L's in it. And that's the one letter this guy struggled to pronounce. So to him, I was Logan Bligh. I don't know if you've ever had that screamed at you while you're trying to squat, but it does not make it easier at all. I'd be squatting, he'd be like, "Come on, Logan, 3 more! Push with your legs!" Right in my face. And I snapped one time at this guy, dude. He pissed me off so much. I was like, Smitty, you mother... Like, you can't keep yelling at me like that. I'm going to die laughing. And I was like, I hate you. And I was mad, and I felt so bad. And he just apologized. He's like, I'm sorry. And I felt like a piece of shit. And after I was like, dude, I had to walk up to him and be like, listen, Smitty, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. I didn't mean them. And he was like, you know what, Logan? It's all water under the bridge. So we're good. No, all right, you guys want to hear a joke about professional athletes or WNBA players? You get it? Because they suck. And if you disagree, name 10 WNBA players right now. You can't, they suck. Anyway, we're gonna... The WNBA recently, it was a while back, but they were like protesting that they thought they deserved as much money as NBA players. And they were wearing t-shirts, so they were serious. And this upset a lot of guys who didn't agree, and they were bringing dildos to the game and throwing them on the court. This is true, you can look it up. And I kind of want to try to see if I can get it on the suction cup end, just, like bottle flip challenge kind of thing. And then the WNBA issued a no bag policy, so you couldn't sneak dildos into the game in your bag. But I could think of 3 places right now I could tuck a dildo and get it in there, dude. This might be the first time a player lands on the injured list with pink eye. You guys want to hear about real professional athletes? Dude, there's 2 right here. My parents are professional athletes. Did you know that? Yeah, guess what? They play cornhole. Professionally. Oh, they're sweating, trust me. It's some athletic behavior going on there.
Your dad looks a little red now that we He's been busy.
Hopefully not during the show. That's save it for when I get home. No, my parents, they play cornhole professionally, and my dad, don't clap. This is a backyard game, all right? This is fucking. I came home one time, my dad was like fanning $50 in his face that he made playing cornhole, like flexing on me, dude. And $50 might not seem like a lot, but compared to my comedy career, this guy's fucking killing it. So I didn't know like really much about it, like before they started doing it. And then they came home late one night, and I was like, oh, where were you 2? And I didn't really know what cornhole was. And my dad's like, oh, we were playing cornhole with our friends. I was like, that's gross. Why did you tell me that? He's like, no, it's fun. You should come. And I was like, I've seen what you do in the living room. I don't want to be part of that. Disgusting. Apparently, my dad's pretty good. My mom's been calling him the cornhole king around the house. You know how gross that is to walk around your house and you sleep next to the cornhole king, and he's fucking your mom. It's gross. God, I wish I knew stuff. I wish I knew more. I just wish I knew more stuff so I didn't have to Google anything, because guys in here will agree, opening Google in public is dangerous. Because you might have left a tab open the night before, and next thing you know, you gotta explain yourself. At one time I was trying to explain something to someone, so I Googled it, and I opened my Google app, and porn right away, right on my, left it wide open all night. And even after I explained to this person that I was using it for research purposes, they did not believe me. Because my stepsister was stuck in the dryer, and I was trying to see how to get her out. And turns out all you gotta do is throw a load of white in there, and you're good, dude. Dude, my friends are having kids now. Isn't that weird? So weird. Like when you're in your 20s and your kids start having friends. I had to go to a baby shower recently, and I was like, man, like, first of all, fuck baby showers, because like, how come, you guys fucked up when you had sex, and now I gotta buy a bunch of crap for this person that doesn't exist yet? No one throws parties when I fuck up when I have sex, okay? Just once it'd be nice, someone threw me a nice little chlamydia shower. Maybe a herpes banquet. I don't know. It's like, I just want balloons. It'd be nice.
Ow, freedom with the mindset isn't the worst.
Haley, shut up. God, I wish I had a gun. Not just right now, but all the time. Right now would be nice. I just want a gun. Like, I just want to walk around, like, in Texas, you can just walk around Walmart with a gun. That'd be so cool, dude. Last time they asked for me to sign up for that fucking credit card at the self-checkout, dude. Like, no, Gurpreet, I don't want one. Put the deodorant in the bag. Use some maybe, motherfucker. By now you can probably tell my mom works with students who have special needs. Again, a huge inspiration for my family. Her job is hard, dude. Let's be real. That's a real special forces right there. Working with students who have special needs. Because like, she tells me about it sometimes. Like, she comes home and these kids just scream at her all the time. Like, just yell at, like, kids wearing pajamas to school, just yelling at my mom all day. And let me tell you, I could not do that. If one of those kids were back talking to me at all, I would knock the autism right out of them, dude. It's a good thing they like trains, because they'd be riding the pain train home, dude. They fucking... No, I do, not really. I'm not like a job guy. I don't like jobs, really. I don't like jobs. I did have one job I did like, is when I used to coach baseball, and it was great. I loved coaching youth baseball, and I specifically liked coaching like teenaged boys. The high school, okay. They were just friends, okay. No, the high school kids were fun because like they're 16 to 18, so they would come to me with their problems, and they have the dumbest problems ever. I remember one time some kid came up to me asking for relationship advice, and he was like, "Hey, coach, like I really need your help. Like I like this girl so much, and it's been going so well. How do I get her to stay?" And I had to just look at this kid and lie, because I don't fucking know the answer to that question. Spend most of my weekends hanging out with teenage boys, dude. I don't know what to do. And then one time a kid asked me how many women I've had sex with. Someone was like, "Coach, what's your body count?" I can't answer that question. I couldn't tell him. I told him I lied. I told him 0, which is obviously a lie, but he believed me. And I thought about it for months. It's like this kid actually thought I was a virgin. This twerp that I had to coach. So I had to like, I would show up to practice and I would talk to the other coaches in earshot of this kid and just be like, "Dude, I got so much pussy last week." So I looked cool. And then it kind of started to backfire because these kids got really comfortable talking about this stuff with me. And one time we just played like 4 games on a weekend, and this kid did not particularly play very well. And I saw him walking up to me, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna ask me for some advice on how to, not suck at baseball. I don't know." And he comes up to me, and I was so wrong, by the way. He came up to me and he goes, "Hey, coach, I got a blowjob this weekend." I was like, dude, I can't support this kind of conversation. Obviously, I'm proud of him, sweet, right? But I can't continue this conversation. So I had to look this kid dead in the eyes. I had to grab him by the shoulder, and I said, "Well, at least you weren't the only one who sucked dicks this weekend." And that's why I'm not allowed to coach youth baseball anymore. No, it does suck. I don't like that expression either, like when people say things suck dick. When people say things suck dick to describe something as bad, I don't know if you've ever had your dick sucked before. It's pretty fucking awesome, actually. We should be throwing this around to describe things that are sweet, man. Be like, oh my God, you're having a kid? That sucks dick. Wow. You should have seen me at this baby shower, dude. I was like, God, you guys suck so much dick. This is fun. No, I did something cool last year, though. I did something I never thought I would do. I went skydiving, which is fun, right? I know, it's fun until you realize that you're paying $300 to have some guy strapped to your back. Some guy who's the same height as you. Bad day to wear sweatpants, by the way. This guy... Really bad day to wear sweatpants. And, like, it was fun, like, doing the whole tandem thing. Like, I wasn't going to do it myself. But, like, the worst part is going up in the plane because you're in the small, tight little plane, and then you got to sit in this guy's lap. You got to sit in this guy's lap and, like, think about not dying the whole time. I remember I was sitting there and I was like, God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to hit the ground. This guy's dick is going to be in my ass. And everyone's going to think I'm gay. And that's how I'm going to die. And then I look over and this guy's sticking his arm out, taking pictures of me laying in his lap. And I was like, now everyone's definitely going to think I'm gay. There's photographic evidence of me. Oh, it was the worst. And then big smile, ear to ear. I was... And then we got up to the top and it was like time to drop. And then they opened the door and they set you up. And this guy looks at me and he goes, you ready? And I was like, bro, I'm so straight. Let's go, you know? And then he... As soon as you jump out that plane, dude, death, like the fear of death is back on your mind, dude. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna die, I'm not gay, I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna die. And then this guy taps me on the shoulder and he's like, open your arms. I was like, yes, daddy, save me, please. Please. I don't want to die. And then when he pulls the chute, like I this like rush of just like a chills. Like I just was so relaxed and I was just calm. I was like, I'm gonna live. And for a second I just closed my eyes and I leaned back. I got comfortable and then I opened my eyes. This guy's taking another fucking picture of me gaily resting on his chest, just melting into his body, really. Yeah, it was not fun. I just had a birthday recently, and on behalf of everyone born in January, I just want to say fuck dry January, dude. Dude, what dork came up with this idea, dude? Not drinking for an entire month. Of course, my birthday month, come on. Because, like, here's the thing is, like every year my birthday comes around, start of January, and people are like, my friends are like, oh, we're doing dry January. We don't want to drink with you, but we're still going to come out and hang out with you. So then I just got to get wasted with an audience. And they're not cheering for me, dude. They're not on my side. And I just like, the whole point of going out with your friends is like making poor decisions together. That's the fun part about going out with your friends, right? Like when I go out with my friends, they should encourage me to jump down 10 flights of stairs. That's something we should all do together, really. They should tell me to text my ex-girlfriend. That's fun. And then, and they should have my back when I reach for the officer's gun. All right, that's like true friendship. No, I'm seeing someone right now, and she's big into like astrology. Yeah. Any other witches here? Yeah. This is fun. Dude, can we just call astrology out for what it is? It's girl racism. That's what it is. This is how girls are racist. Because let me break it down for you. What is astrology? Astrology is grouping people together and creating stereotypes based on things they can't control. Oh, sounds pretty familiar to me, you know? No, because how come if I say I'm like, oh man, all Scorpios have bad hygiene and they smell bad, nobody cares at all, nobody bats an eye. But the second I say that about Indians, dude, I'm a monster. And I'm right, so I don't know. No, the thing, dude, astrology is weird because like, they believe in like rocks. Like what the fuck's up with that, dude? One time, No, there were still, dude. One time, this woman gave me a handful of rocks. She goes, "Here, these rocks are for you. This is a gift for you. They'll heal you if you ever feel ill or sick. These will heal you. These rocks." No, let me tell you, I used these rocks. They did not do shit at all. Okay, and I ate all of them, and kind of making me feel worse. Actually, I felt like shit after. No, there's been times I've struggled with money, so I've resorted to just buying all my clothes at thrift stores. You know what I mean? It's just easier. And one time I wore this shirt that I got from a thrift store. It was like a Harley Davidson shirt, and I bumped into some guy on the street while I was wearing it, and he was like, "Whoa, man, nice shirt. You ride?" Which is a stupid question. I don't go up to some guy with a Blue Jays hat and be like, "Oh, you play for the Blue Jays, right?" No, what a dumb question. But he was wearing a rainbow shirt. And I looked at him and I said, "Nice shirt. You ride?" And he did all night, baby. Who's familiar with the app Omegle? Are you familiar with Omegle? Omegle. Yeah, the old crowd, these parents and company don't know what this is. Okay, Omegle is like a video chat website where you can just talk to strangers and it cycles through randomly. So you just hit next, next, next. And I remember one time I was thinking, oh, this would be a fun way to make friends, maybe meet some women online. Wrong, dude. The only people who use this app are 12 years old or old weird guys jerking off. So serious. I'm so serious. And let me tell you, when those guys skip you, it hurts a little bit. You know? It's a lot, actually. Fuck, am I not good enough, dude? No. Also, I don't really know what those guys are looking for, when they're just beating off. Like, they're not looking for me, that's for sure. They get upset. They're like, "What the fuck's this guy doing on the jerk-off website?" Next. Also, you can change your settings. You can set it so, you only see women, and you will not see any women. It's just more guys looking for women, and they're just jerking off. That's what it is. But I've always wondered what happens when those guys, match up with each other. Because most of the time they're already into it. They don't wait for you. They're just going, they match with each other. They're like, "Oh, hey, Todd, you're back on here, hey?" Nice to see you. How are the kids? Oh, yeah. I know, there's a lot of them on here tonight. Yeah. I've been thinking about deleting Instagram. Because I've been getting the worst ads on it. I've been getting ads for Viagra on Instagram. Dude, I'm 25 years old, dude. A summer breeze with a loose pair of shorts, that's enough for me. I don't need Viagra at all. But I got a really weird ad the other week. I got an ad for Queer Fight Club. You see? Anyone else seen Queer Fight Club on Instagram? They're out there, dude. Let me tell you. And I think the name is a little misleading because, if you don't know any better, you might think, this seems like a club for people who want to beat up queers. Which is exactly what I thought when I was signing up. And boy, was I surprised when I showed up and all these LGs, Bs, and Ts are throwing fucking combos together. I was like, God, this is going to be harder than I thought. And it was, dude. Some of those lesbians throw a mean scissor kick. No, I don't know. Instagram, I'm okay with Instagram. Facebook's weird. Facebook has a dating feature now? It's called Marketplace. And you can find some cool stuff on there. Let me tell you. It's a lot like Tinder, though, Facebook Marketplace. Have you thought of because here's the thing, there's a lot of people won't answer your messages. There's a lot of Indian guys selling fake shit on there. And also, just like on Facebook Marketplace, people don't like when you message them asking, "Is this still available?" Try it on Tinder. It doesn't work at all. I do think that Tinder could take some notes from Facebook Marketplace. On Facebook Marketplace, you can write reviews of people. God, wouldn't that be nice on Tinder? Like, oh, wow, Jessica was really pretty, talked too much, didn't put out 2 stars. That'd be sweet. Like one time, this old woman left a review of me on Facebook, and I bought a table off of her, and she was like, she just wrote, "He was a very kind, sweet young boy, 5 stars." And I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. I'm gonna leave a review of this woman. So I did. I wrote it up. I said, looked a little older in person. Sweet lady, didn't put out 1 star. No, I was feeling romantic recently, so I decided I was gonna go to the mall and buy some lingerie for my lady friend. And let me tell you, dude, when you walk into a lingerie store and you look like me, people either assume you're shopping for someone else or you were distracted by the posters outside and were drawn in. And they quickly try to weed you out. They'll ask you, they'll be like, oh, like, who are you shopping for today? And then if you hopefully don't say yourself, they'll ask some follow-ups. They ask like, what is the height and the weight of the woman you're shopping for? And I like to breathe, so I don't ask women how much they weigh. So I had to look at her. I said, she's 5'5", and she's the perfect weight. Anything in that size will do. And as I was shopping, I was like, man, like I want to get something that like she can wear and feel sexy and that she's gonna like to wear. And then as I kept going, I was like, you know what, this is kind of for me, actually. So really what I'm buying should be something that I want to see her wearing. So I ended up settling on duct tape for her mouth. And sorry, I ruined the surprise for tonight, but no, the girl I'm seeing gave a nickname to my penis. You want to know what it is? Just say yes. All right, guess what it is? Just guess. It's the Punisher. Yeah. Apparently having sex with me is a punishment, so that's okay though. I came up with a nickname for her vagina. I call it Columbine because you gotta be insane to shoot some kids in that thing. And let me tell you, I'm crazy. Sex, dude. Sex is interesting. For like guys in their 20s, like guys in their 20s are so dumb. Like I was talking to these guys one time and this guy was like, dude, I would never date a woman who's good at sex. Because if she's good at sex, it means she's had sex with lots of guys. She's a slut. Meanwhile, this guy is 24 and had sex with 200 women. But it's cool because he's a guy. And guys can't be sluts, that's a fact, look it up. But I was like, this is such an absurd comment to just be like, oh, women are whores if they're good at sex. First of all, I think it's pretty hard for women to be bad at sex. Like, how hard is it to lay on your back for 2 minutes and pretend to come? It's pretty easy from my angle. I think for me to consider a woman bad at sex, she would have to stab me while we were having sex. Even then, I'd be like, that was good for me. How was that for you? Want to go deeper next time? I don't know. No. I also like women in their 20s are like really into choking. You guys, this table knows what I'm talking about. Full of women in their 20s. It's like, because the problem I have with it is like when I was growing up, my parents taught me that I need to respect women and treat them like the beautiful angels that they are. And then I finally had sex with one and she was like, I want you to try and kill me, you fucking pussy. And then I did and I was like, this is fun, all right. Do this all the time. I like it because I kind of feel like Darth Vader. I'm like, I am your daddy. Also, if you want to keep getting laid, don't do Darth Vader voice. while you're having sex. The heavy breathing is not attractive at all. In her ear, like. Did you come yet? Because that's important, by the way. Talking, dirty talk is important to women. And I struggled with this when I was starting to have sex. Because I was not getting laid for a long time because I was bad at talking during sex. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I gotta fix this. I gotta make a change. So I started practicing on myself. I'd go home, lay in bed, play some sexy music, and just go to work and be like, oh yeah, you like that, Logan? You're a dirty little slut, you know that? And then I finally was gifted the opportunity to have sex again. I was like, time to bust out my new moves, time to show them what I'm all about. So I started having sex with this girl, and I looked her dead in the eyes, and I was like, oh yeah, you like that, Logan? She did not. No. You know what I've been doing a lot though is sexting. You guys sext? Ladies? You guys have men that you intercourse with?
No men right now.
No men, but you sext. You've sexted before? Yeah. Yes. Okay. What kind of things are you saying? Tell everyone, please. You guys are playing footsies too?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, what do you say when you're sexting? What are some spicy things that you say?
Do you like that?
Is there
Keep going?
Is there penetration while you're sexting? What the fuck? Do you like that? What the hell? No. Dude, I think sexting is fun. You should, here's the thing, dude. I've been sexting a lot lately, and, it's great, dude. My girl's sexting me all the time, out of the blue. Except sometimes it is very ill-timed. One time I got a spicy little text when I was at the gym, and I was on the bench press, and I had my AirPods in, so Siri read it out loud to me in my ear. I was doing my set, and I just hear, bling, I can't wait to ride you tonight and sit on your face, baby. And when you're laying on your back, it's kind of hard not to think about, someone sitting on your face and riding your dick all night, It's really hard. So obviously I got a little excited, started flexing the wrong muscle, and I look up, the guy spotting me spotted something else, and stopped spotting me immediately. I don't blame him. I would not continue spotting someone if my dick was eye height with them and then they just got a boner. I would leave immediately, dude. I don't like that shit. I don't work out at Planet Fitness. I don't want to. Not at all. But this is bad. One time I was sending some nasty messages. I was sending pictures and videos. Oh my God, it was awful. It was nasty stuff. And I didn't know. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, we're just having fun. This is great. And apparently, this woman's phone was connected to her MacBook computer that she had lent to her roommate to do schoolwork on. And all my messages were just flooding this computer while she was doing schoolwork. Just dick pic after dick pic after dick pic. And I came over one night and I saw her and I was like, oh my God, how's school going? And she goes, well, it's been pretty hard lately. And I was like, oh, why is that? And she was like, well, there's been a little distraction on my computer screen. And then she explained it all to me and I was like, what the hell? That doesn't sound like a little distraction. That sounds like a pretty big distraction, actually. An above average size distraction. It's an adequate distraction, I think. No, God, I gotta leave soon. I gotta tell you, dude, my parents, God bless my parents, they never beat me or hit me or anything when I was growing up, which sucks because I would have so many more jokes for you tonight if they did. And I tried, dude. I would egg them on, dude. I would always try to like push the limit and just like do bad shit to get in trouble just to see how far I could take it. And my dad was always just like a big like sit down and talk to you kind of guy. He'd sit there, he'd be like, "You really think throwing your brother's head through the drywall was a good idea?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, big boy? Gonna start swinging? You want your son to have a Netflix special? Start swinging, daddy-o, let's go, come on." But he never did. He never once hit me at all. And I am grateful for that. He did quite the opposite of that. My dad used to kiss me on the lips when I was a kid. Yeah. If you think that's weird, he still tries. Yeah. It's the reason I moved back home. Yeah. You never forget your first. It's special. Special. One time I was about 11 years old and I saw my dad French kiss my mom with tongue, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, that's disgusting." So I confronted my dad, and I was like, "Hey, man, like, why are you kissing my mom like that? That's pretty nasty." And he said, "I kissed your mom like that because I love her very much." And I remember thinking, "What the hell, man? Obviously, you don't love me that much." Yeah. And the second thought I had was, God, I also love my mom very much. I'm gonna kiss her like that and prove it to her. So that night, my mom came to tuck me in, and I put my tongue in her mouth. I went for it, dude. I went all in. And you know that scene from like Back to the Future where Marty McFly goes back in time and kisses his mom? It is not like that at all. It was like that scene if Marty McFly got his ass beat after and needed therapy. It was horrible. It was bad. And then when I got a little older, I saw my mom giving my dad a blowjob. And I was like, wow, she must love him a lot. Clearly, she doesn't love me that much. Thank you. That's my time. You guys have been awesome.